Ceiba is a student-run microfinance institution that we run here on campus. We work with women clients in El Progreso, Honduras, mostly in three communities. Villa Soleada, which is a community built by Students Helping Honduras, in Las Brisas, which is a slightly wealthier community right next to it, and then in Siete de Abril, which is a squatter community.
Ceiba is unique for a number of reasons because it is the most fascinating and rewarding thing I've ever been a part of, but it's also the most frustrating. And I think that all of us feel the same way about it. The most challenging thing about Ceiba is that it transforms my relationship with my students. It moves away from a professor-student relationship.
We basically give loans to these women, we provide education services, we interview them, we're always looking at different opportunities for how we can help these women or work with these women. I'm on the impact team, which basically we're involved in assessing if and how much of an impact Ceiba has on our clients. We're sort of looking at whether we're moving these families out of poverty and to what extent, or if we're doing harm. So we're looking at ways to measure that and ways to assess that. What the loans do, it allows them to manage the flow of their income. So half the world lives on $2 a day, but it's not just that it's $2 every single day, it's that it's variable. And having loans allows you to manage that income flow. So if you need to pay a hospital bill or you need to purchase stock for your little shop, that's when a loan comes in handy, because you can get that lump sum and then you can pay it back as you can. And so I think that in that respect it's helpful, and they certainly see the value in it.
Start at $25 and go up to $150.
For the most part, yeah.
Donations mostly, I think.
Mm-hmm. And then the profit we make off the loan goes to fund more loans.
When they're actually distributed, I think they get new clients every month. Is it like 3 new clients a month, I think? Mm-hmm. And but existing clients, you can just whenever they run out of, or whenever the duration is like 6 months. I mean, you set up the time period, you set up the quantity of the loan. There's an application process.
It's more empowering, I guess it's supposed to be. Mm-hmm. It's not charity. It's proven to be more effective.
Yeah, we were giving them a lot of money at once and letting them pay it back over a long period of time, so they can. If
they wanted to invest in like their children's educations or something, it gives them the ability to do that. Because they wouldn't have, like, let's say $25 goes a long way, but let's say that normally they wouldn't have access to $25. There's a regular visit over Christmas break every year, but this summer, anywhere between like 3 and 5 kids, I think, are going down again.
They try and get people in Honduras every 6 months or so, but for sure they take a whole bunch down for Christmas break. We're still figuring out for sure whether it's successful or not in a monetary sense, but I think it's certainly got the potential there, and right now it's not looking terrible, so I would give it a thumbs up in that regard.
We're probably the most skeptical out of the group, though, and we're still saying it. The administrative side of UMW is really enthusiastic about it. They got some grants to help them pay for their last trip.
As far as the students go, I mean, it's real-life business experience. You're dealing with actual people and there are actual consequences to the decisions you make. The student-based organizations are kind of a dime a dozen. There's some limitations because people are students, but if people are dedicated to it and they're putting in the time, putting in the energy, putting in the enthusiasm, then there's no reason it can't be a sustainable and successful business.
Well, the benefits are that your costs are nil. Yeah. Because it's all, well, I mean, our only paid employee is our loan officer in Honduras. The rest of it's all volunteer work.
We have a lot of strengths because we're a student organization. We have a lot of flexibility. We are constantly changing our plans. We're not so stuck in our ways. I mean, it's hard sometimes because we've spent a lot of time developing these programs, but because there's turnover and because we're always learning and stuff, we're willing to change our plans based on what our clients say. And then at the same time, being a student-run organization, we're humble. We know that we're learning here. We're not the experts coming in, which means that we sort of approach our clients as equals, and they're the experts on their own lives.
I think the soul of Ceiba is the students. There's this legacy of this sort of thought process that they go back and forth, they critically evaluate what we do, why we do it, how we do it, and at the end we have this ethos that has emerged, which is just stunning, and I'm so proud of. And in that process, we become partners together in the creation of Ceiba, and we spend so much time together in Honduras, here. But at the same time, that it's a tough thing, because when sometimes things don't get done that need to get done, and when things don't get done that need to get done, if it was just a grade that was at risk, that'd be okay. But it puts our clients at risk and the organization at risk. That's where things are really challenging.
It's a partnership with the clients, and they know that. And I think one of the great things about Ceiba is that our clients know that they're working with us, and so they feel comfortable enough with us to push back. So when they don't like a program that we have, they tell us that they don't like it. I can't say that we have concretely seen people moving out of poverty, but that's simply because we don't have the evidence. I mean, we certainly have anecdotal stories of women doing a lot better, and we have stories of women not succeeding so much. But I think the fact that the women keep coming back is in itself a testament. I'm not entirely sure what the future holds for Ceiba, because we're a student-run organization, and so there's a lot of turnover. I mean, people only work with it for 2 years at most. So there's a lot of turnover, and I don't know what it'll be like next year. We'll have a different group of people, and I hope that we continue to be a part of these women's lives for 20 years or more. But I can't say for sure, because of the nature of the fact that we are a student-run organization.
One of the things that Ceiba is attempting to do is try to set an example of what the change that students can create in the right context, under the right conditions. And we haven't found that yet. We haven't found the answer, but I feel like we're on the right path.